test riding a bike when weather's rubbish. I should know better than this. But yeah, this is the BMW R1200RS. I was given it as a loan bike, courtesy bike, yesterday when I took the GT in for servicing. So I've been riding it for 2 days now, and although I'd already ridden this model before, this is a 2018 bike, brand new, 1,300 something miles. And although I had ridden an older model, it's always a joy to ride a bike with the beautiful twin boxer engine by BMW, the 1200cc. Being a sports tourer, it's obviously built for long distance riding, and this great big engine allows for these sorts of things, overtaking as a breeze. And I was doing 50 miles an hour in 5th gear, and overtaking that car was just a piece of cake. So it's great for doing long distances, it's great for commuting as well. I can use the same set of panniers that I have on the GT on this bike. The fitting system is the same, so if I were to trade mine in for this one, I could keep the panniers and use them here. So ideal for touring, ideal for commuting. It's a light and agile bike, so you can just throw it around, and the low center of gravity provided by the big twin boxer down at the bottom makes for a very stable ride, and it's very easy to steer this bike. The only gripe that I have against this bike, and you'll probably be noticing it by now, is that above a certain speed, let's say 50 miles an hour probably, the wind on my helmet becomes too noisy, too turbulent, and it generates it becomes too dirty and too turbulent, and it generates a huge amount of noise inside the helmet. This windscreen is adjustable, it's manually adjustable, so there's no electronic button to do that, and you can do it by pulling it like that. But funny enough, in its highest position, it only makes it worse, so I'll just bring it down again so that I can get a cleaner flow of air. But still, maybe because of my height, sitting on this bike as I am, I get all the dirty, turbulent air directly on my helmet, and it makes for a very, very noisy ride. So delivering all the power that the engine generates, maximum power is 125 brake, and maximum torque is 125 Newton meters. 1170 cc engine, opposed twin, liquid cool version, as opposed to the air cool version that equips the R90 range, which is the older version of the engine. Same displacement, but slightly less power. I think it's 110 brake, I'm not sure. But I digress. So this engine is the air-cooled boxer twin, and I'll put the power figures and torque figures up on screen as usual. So as I was saying, to deliver all that power, we have, well, it comes with a very, very smooth gearbox. It does have that distinct mechanical feedback, that clunk that we can feel whilst shifting. It's not very intrusive, but it's there, and it's comforting to know that we've shifted gears. And also, its transmission is via a shaft, so it's completely maintenance-free and a lot quieter than chain, for instance. And power delivery is instantaneous. You just open the throttle and off she goes. By now you can hear all the noise that's going on inside my helmet. Not comfortable at all. So gearbox is very, very smooth. Clutch is very, very light. Very, very easy to use. It's got ride-by-wire throttle. Actually, this particular bike comes with BMW's full electronic gadgeterie, and so it's got ride-by-wire throttle with 4 different riding modes. At the moment I'm on dynamic, so I've got this mode button here, which surprisingly we can use to change modes. So if we just click on it, so it's dynamic, there's user, rain, road, back to dynamic. So to switch between modes, you just keep pressing the button until you get the one that you want. So road, just leave it there for a bit, and it changes to the selected mode. Bosh, there we go. Just let go of the throttle ever so slightly, and there you go. Now I'm on road mode. Just giving it a bit of an acceleration just to feel the difference. So this tones down a bit the way that the power is delivered by the throttle, and you can tell a difference. Not that much between road and dynamic, but there is a difference, and I suspect that with rain it will be even more noticeable. So I'm going to get it back on dynamic, which is the fun one. There you go. Let go of the throttle and it switches to dynamic. So like I said initially, this has a sitting position that's very and kind of a cockpit. The cockpit doesn't look nothing at all like I'll get into that in a minute, but it doesn't look nothing at all like the GT. But however, sitting position is very similar. The handlebars look different. The layout is different, but they kind of feel the same. You know, the width and the arms, they rest in the exact same position. So it's very, very familiar to me. And all these buttons, they're all typical BMW buttons, layout and feel and everything. So it feels very, very premium. There's no budgety feel at all to this bike in any way. The only thing again is this the windscreen, which could be on other bikes is electronically adjustable, and could be a bit more well designed to deflect the wind. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's just my height, I don't know. At 5'11", I'm not that tall, but I'm not that short either, so yeah. But so far this is the only, I wouldn't say budgety, but it's the only downside to this bike. So the dash, the layout, it's very, to me at least, I really like the way it looks and the way it works. The analog speedo on the left, and then all the digital bits of information on that LCD screen. It already looks a bit dated though, given BMW's new TFT display and the Connect thing that they have. So that kind of brought up to the layout to the 21st century, if you want. Much like the KTMs that I rode last week. So it looks a bit dated, but it's got all the information you need on there. To be honest, I think that this bike, the RS, is massively underrated. I don't know. You don't see lots of them on the road. I don't know why. This is such a great bike. It's a great machine. It's got the, to me, for real world usage, this Boxer Twin is the perfect engine. And you know, the big GSs and the GS Adventures, they're okay for long distance touring, they're okay for off-roading to an extent. A bit too big for off-roading, but still. And the RT with its which is a touring version, that comes equipped with this engine as well. I mean, they all serve their purpose, but as an all-rounder, and then there's the R1200R, which I rode last year, and I'm planning to do another test ride on it soon, hopefully, as part of a series of test rides that I want to do on road bikes. So I've already done both KTMs. I want to do the R1200R, I want to do the S1000R, and then I want to try a bike which I think is the most beautiful bike in the world, most beautiful road bike in the world, and that's the MV Agusta, the Brutale. I like the Dragster as well, but the Brutale to me is, man, it's just beautiful. So yeah, I digress. So all of those models that come equipped with the same engine, they serve their purpose. It's the R is a road bike, the GSs are adventure bikes, proper adventure bikes, the RTs are proper tourer, but the RS, this one, is the ultimate all-rounder. You can tour on it, you can commute on it, you can go for a blast, and I suspect you can even take it to the track and not be disappointed, and not be ashamed of how it behaves. So that's why I think it's massively underrated, really. So it leans beautifully, it steers beautifully. I mean, I don't know why we don't see more of these on the road. I think people go with stereotypes, really, and not with what's really useful to their purpose. But yes, this is just me being a bit philosophical. So yeah, this is it. BMW North Oxford. Well, thanks for watching, and don't forget the usual social nonsense. Don't forget to like, please, share, subscribe. You're very welcome and much appreciated. And see you on my next video. Ta-ra!